I can make a good salad, but the problem is when I make a good salad, it's about like a cheeseburger. Welcome to the Barbershop. I'm your host, Matt Horner, with my buddy Walker. How's it going?
Great, man. As always.
Yep. I'm just so wore out and tired. I got to start working out, and I'm already stressed and wore out about it.
I know. During Thanksgiving, I was like, man, what is it, like 12 more days, and then I'm not going to have any fun for the next month.
Yeah. Most people don't know, but we are in a challenge. I don't know all the details in the challenge, but the challenge is this. We got two teams. We got a thing we got to wear on our chest. Measures our heart rate and whatever. Yeah. And we got to get healthier, me and you.
Yep.
And there's a financial reward for the winner at the end of this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, so me and Matt both were part of a men's group, and a challenge got brought, and challenge got accepted. And yeah.
And if you know me and Walker, I don't think we walk around as pictures of ultimate fitness. I like my beer. I like my pizza. I like my bread. I
love my bread.
I like my donuts, soda.
Yeah.
And this time of year, this holiday season, from New Year's to Thanksgiving, everything is pushed on us on health. And then come New Year's, we make resolutions.
Which is why we're doing this in December, because we're not cliche and we don't make New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, we do it a month ahead of time.
We're doing it a month ahead of time.
You posers.
So, yeah, we're gotta wear this belt.
What do you think the key to success of
that?
a healthy lifestyle is?
Small daily habits.
Yeah. I could
think
do
so.
Lots of things that are like healthier. Yeah. Is sex a workout?
It is.
I think so. Gets my heart rate going.
It is.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good one. You can do that, Park your car farther away at the Walmart.
It takes two tangle on that, though.
Yeah, it does take two. Got to get your wife behind on this healthy thing,
But, yeah, go to Walmart, the whole parking far away. I don't have time for that, I need to get in, get out.
Yeah, and we're still at that, how old are you?
29.
29, so I was going to say you're 30. I'm 30. I'm about to be 37 in a week or two. We're at that where you're not like, walking's really not a workout, but like jogging, that's a freaking workout.
Yeah.
So I don't know if walking's really going to do it for a 30-something-year-old.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just, yeah. I mean, it is just all those small daily things. Parking a little far away.
Mm-hmm.
Not sitting down all day at your desk.
Yeah. What's your kryptonite?
Fast food.
Me too. Yeah, just what I consume.
Yeah.
I'm okay. We don't watch much TV at the house. I always got chores. I got messing with my chickens, my cows, working on my land, working on my shop.
I don't mind moving.
Yeah, moving is not really much of my issue. Of course, in the barbershop, your movement's very little. It's picking up a 2-pound clipper.
Yeah, but you're on your feet all day, though.
Maybe not even a pound. And you're just, but you're moving, and you're standing on your feet. But for some people, I can understand if you sit in a cubicle all day, or you're at a desk, you really need to get out and get some movement. Some people, today, with industrial, how our country's really grown to where a lot of jobs are not very physical.
Mm-hmm.
And you can choose many careers that will never make you break a sweat.
Yeah, not that this is an excuse at all, because it's really not. I know a lot of small equipment operators, but for years, 6 years there, which is really kind of the beginning of my downfall, or my upgain of weight.
Yeah, upgain.
Upgain. Is that a word? Is I started operating heavy equipment, and you're in that thing for, 10, 12 hours a day just sitting there. And I'm still eating the same way as before. And
then your buddy next to you, we always have that buddy next to you who's like eating the same, like you're going to the same restaurant, getting the same McDonald's or getting whatever, and he's like a string bean.
You have one of those too, huh?
Yeah. You're like, you can't freaking, and he just consumes. My father-in-law's that way. He's a really cool dude, but you would look at him, he's like a perfect picture of health, but he can have high blood pressure and things like that, and high cholesterol. So even though you're skinny, you might not be healthy.
Yeah. Direct correlation between weight and healthiness is not true, but I mean there is some correlation there, obviously. But
My identical twin brother, obviously, identical twins come out with the same DNA, and then your DNA can alter with your life a little bit, so they don't have exactly the same as an adult. But at infancy, you have the same DNA. Identical twins do, and most people didn't know that little scientific fact.
I didn't.
But so he took low T pills. All right, male pattern baldness, weight gain in the chest, and everything.
Right.
And so, he took them for a while there. And he went to it was the type you had to get prescribed. Like he went to a doctor, got a prescription, not that GNC stuff or whatever,
right.
vitamin store. So I watched him. He still weighs a little bit more than me. He has not grown any hair. We're as bald as each other, And I'm looking at him, and now he has high blood pressure because I guess they were loaded with like caffeine and other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I don't have high blood pressure, and I'm thinking, I think it did you harm, But we want to just take a magic pill.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be able to just say, man. And there's so much right now, and it's about to get really heavy after Christmas. Just personal fitness stuff, like here's a shake, here's a pill, here's
But, yeah, and it's always looking for the easy way out, like you said. But for the most part, there is no quick fix to this.
Yeah, that's
a daily small thing. And
it's like anything in life that's worth having. If you want to pay off debt, you got to go to work, you got to save, you got to make monthly payments. You pay off debt.
Yeah, but those small decisions.
If you want to lose some weight, it's that small decision. Just like the same thing, you got to get committed. And it's hard for me to get committed to working out. Like I see movies and pictures, and I see even guys who live at the gym. Even the gym I go to, there's some guys that are always there, no matter at that time period that I go, they're there.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sporadic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not consistent, but every time I'm there, those guys are there. So that lets me know that, and they have the body of a fitness dude. And but they're that committed. Like they get pumped about working out.
Yeah, they're excited about it.
They're excited. I've never had that passion. Never had it. I will get excited about Thanksgiving or like a good movie.
Right.
Or if we're going to a good restaurant, I'm like, all right, man, Thursday night, we're going to the steakhouse. Or,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I could just...
And that's our problem right there.
That's our problem. Hey, sweetie, why don't you make them brownies? I really like them brownies. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just get out there and do it.
Yeah.
It's just a lot easier said than done.
Yeah, and the health of America is so different than other places of the world. If you've been to a third world country and you see the poor there, and then you look at the poor here, only our poor are overweight.
Right.
Like we have a food surplus here. People don't think we do. I think we have a food surplus. I mean, it's now if people are starving, it's because a parent's truly being neglectful, withholding food, or they just choose not to go to the many sources, I believe, of free food.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even in our county alone, we have several food pantries. We got, of course, the government subsidized food stamps or whatever, Lone Star card in Texas.
Yeah, now the quality of food, that's something different. But as far as actually, starving, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
That it's just they're not going to the right places. For sure. But now the quality of food, if you're poor, it can cause weight gain and all that stuff, but still, it's just for the most reason. If you're poor in America, there's a lot of factors in there that count a lot more than just if your food is poor quality. It's really poor quality because you're making poor decisions.
Yeah,
typically. Now, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but
I've really keyed down to my weight gain and figured out what really brought into the core issue. I didn't have grass-fed beef. I didn't have free-range chicken eggs. I didn't have all that high-dollar groceries. And if I would have just had the high-dollar groceries...
yeah. We can't afford to eat this, honey. Yeah,
honey, I consumed too many of them bad hormones. Anyway, but there is some truth to, this expensive stuff. Like eating... like we buy hormone-free milk. But I always get upset about that for the kids. Because, like, I grew up on just the regular, great value milk from Walmart. And I'm like, okay. So I see let's just say we're at the Walmart. Here's great value milk for $2 and some odd cents. Here's the hormone-free milk for a little less than $6. I can buy 2.5 gallons of, bad milk for what, hormone-free milk is.
Right.
I'm like, man, the cost of this is crazy.
Well, that's all organic or anything. If you're trying to get healthier, man, it's just like double. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, this challenge that we're in, it's about getting healthier, not necessarily about losing weight.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping it's going to be a good side effect for sure.
I'd like that for me.
How much you think you can lose? How long is December's 31 days, right?
Man, if I lost 20 pounds, I'd be under 200 pounds.
Yeah.
I'd be in the high 190s. And it's been a long time since I've been there. Years. So that's just 20 pounds.
Yeah. That's excellent. That's an awesome jump.
Yeah. But that's
a little less than a pound a day. And
I've never really truly committed to a diet
mm-hmm.
or a healthy lifestyle. So when I say diet, like routine exercise, I've never committed to routine eating healthy.
Right.
And it's just so hard for me to buy into. I get really disgruntled and grumpy. Years ago when I had the cabinet shop and me and my wife, we went on this juice diet, and it was all nothing but juicing, just juicing, okay?
Right.
I think I made 3.5 days. I was like the most grumpy. Like I've seen people try to quit cigarettes and they're just like really gripey.
Yeah, super irritable.
Yeah, super irritable for the lack of not cussing. But they were that, you want to say, man, that person's just a blankety blank or whatever, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was that dude because I didn't have good
You're
solid
going
food.
through withdrawals.
I was, and people noticed. And the moment I started eating right, I changed. And I don't believe we're supposed to live on juicing. I watched that Netflix episode.
We have teeth for a reason.
Yeah, I watched that Netflix episode. That's what got it sick, fat, and nearly dead. It was a real hot, popular.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
And we watched that. I'm like, let's juice. That dude lost it and got healthy. We went and bought the Jack O'Lane juicer, which was like a few $100, and the produce. We bought all this expensive produce and just, drank a bunch of juice. And you know what? Juice comes in, juice comes out.
The color might change a little bit, but
yeah. Don't trust a fart on that diet. I'm just telling you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's funny what we do though to get healthy. Like funny things like that. And I don't know what were we thinking. What were we thinking? I mean, I tell you, we were thinking we were gonna do it for a season. For a month or whatever. But we put ourselves through some torture for that. And many people say, oh, man, you just did it for a few days. Man, that few days was tough on me. My wife's a lot tougher than me, so she was able to do it for a little bit more, and always props to her. And she looks great. Still to this day, looks great.
Yeah, I think that's one of the main things that you both have in common is that both of our wives are super health-minded, and they're really good at carrying it out. Yeah. Unlike their husbands. Or, I think you're better than I am. But
yeah, we both got hot-smoking wives that had multiple kids and look great. And what's our deal, Walker?
They're making it too easy for us, I guess.
But I always tell we got great personalities. That's what it is.
Thank goodness for that.
Because people have said things to me, like even at, you see family you hadn't seen in a while, and they're like, oh, man, whatever. And you talk about your body changing or whatever because, but you hadn't seen each other for a while. You think, well, what's the key to, and I always tell guys, I said, an ugly man marries a pretty woman every day. You just have to have good jokes and be fun to be around. That's right. That's the key. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not that we're ugly or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? A woman, though, but does a man marry an ugly woman every day?
Surely.
There's that one. There's an acorn out there.
I don't know. I'm never worried about that side of the spectrum.
No, I never have either.
Yeah. But yeah,
we do, and we do things for fitness that are tough. This would be a good one to have we ought to revisit this topic someday with our buddy Garrett, who comes into the barbershop all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He's a health fitness guru, and And many of the things I struggle with, I've consumed with him. Beer and pancakes. But he's a fitness guy, and he trains people. But to get people motivated, to get me motivated to be fit, it's a tough one.
Well, it's just the carving for me. It's the carving out the time. It's just like I feel like I could be doing better things with this time. Mm-hmm. You know, you work, and then after you work, well, hey, I haven't seen my family all. You know, I want to go spend time with the family. Mm-hmm. You know, and then it's not necessarily just pure laziness. It's just trying to use the time best, and then mathematically you can go through and say, hey, if I want to live longer, so I can spend more time with my family.
Yeah,
I need to be healthier. Yeah, I need to take care of all this stuff. But
what was the one thing you've refrained from, like food wise, that you just craved when you were? To me, it's soda.
The one thing that you really want, but you can.
I'll get caffeine headaches. I want one really bad. Like, I know there's probably more struggling addictions out there, and so I don't mean to say when I'm addicted to soda to take light of the dude who's addicted to heroin. You know what I'm saying? But,
right.
But man, when I have a soda, man, I gotta have a soda.
Yeah. One time I went almost to use like 10 months without a soda, and then I went and had lunch with a friend of mine, and he didn't know I was doing this. And he ordered me a Dr. Pepper before I got there, because he got there before me. And so I sit down, and he's like, hey, I ordered you Dr. Pepper, and I know it's your favorite. And I was like, one Dr. Pepper ain't going to hurt.
Oh. Here we are.
Yeah, Jericho came tumbling down after that one, you know.
It is that way. One thing that also helped out that slowed my weight gain is we took Bluebell out of that. And when Bluebell went out of business for that short time, America got 10% healthier.
Yeah, there's a direct correlation between your weight and their stock market. Huh?
Uh-huh. And then when they opened back up for just a little bit, they still had like a small listeria craze or something.
Right. Yeah.
There was like a little small craze, and everybody's like, I don't know. They don't know. We don't know if they got their crap together. You know, there was a little bit. I was like, anyway. But we quit carrying ice cream at the house regularly. You know, because it was nothing nightly for me to get a bowl of ice cream and sit and watch a show with my wife and eat a bowl of ice cream. You know, trying to tame back that late night snack.
Oh yeah.
And your body knows it too, that you're used to it. My father-in-law, you know, he got on. He lost a lot of weight recently, about 50-something pounds, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, and he's a big, thick farm boy that now is a big, muscular farm boy. But he got on one of them food, like Weight Watchers, but it wasn't Weight Watchers. It was one of them other ones that you see advertised on TV. You know, they show like this awesome man burger to eat. It was, we send you food and you just eat our food,
right,
and you'll lose your weight. And the burger's like the size of what I call like a half a burger.
Right.
You know? Man, that picture looked awesome, but this burger in my hand does not look like that picture. You know?
They're having to use a macro lens. And,
yeah. So, you know, he got on that, but he stuck to the meal plan. Nutrisystems, that's what he did.
Oh, okay.
Nutrisystems, you know, and had his little protein bar and his milkshake and this and that. And he did it, but man, he started thinking about what he consumed, you know, and he changed that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he shed a lot of weight.
That's cool.
He's one of them people like you see on TV, you know, remember the commercials? They'd have
this
big guy,
this thing inside the pants or inside the pants.
And the tape measure, and then the next picture is, you know, this fit dude. That's him.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And he's doing pretty good right now, too.
Have you seen the stuff about romaine lettuce going around?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's funny.
Everyone, yeah.
I was
going to start a diet, but...
Started eating lettuce and almost killed me.
Yeah.
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 So I can make a good salad, but the problem is when I make a good salad, it's about like a cheeseburger because I got ranch dressing, cheese, lots of meat, lots of, you know...
Yeah.
What if you want bacon on it, whatever, you know, and you end up putting all this unhealthy stuff on it.
Yeah, I'm with you. And then iceberg lettuce, because it is, very good for you. Anyways, It's kind of like the ramen noodle of the vegetables.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Empty, but at least that's what I hear. Anyways, I don't know.
Yeah, I refrain from it myself. Yeah. I like a good old spinach leaf.
I do. Actually, I love spinach leaf.
Yeah.
I love all that.
Yeah.
The ranch dressing and the cheese really gets me.
Yeah.
Like I gotta have those.
I gotta have those.
Like,
don't you hate it when they put like some stupid vinaigrette on your food on your salad?
it's okay. The ranch dressing usually covers it right up. It's potent stuff.
It is potent stuff, you know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, Olive Garden, that don't bother me. Just bring some ranch, it'll cover this thing up.
Yeah. Yeah. I eat a breadstick with it, or throw a bunch of croutons. So I'm not gonna have bread, but where's the croutons?
Yeah. No, dried out bread. There's not as many calories in that. It's lighter, surely.
So it's funny because it can get confusing trying to get fit and try to get healthy. You know,
Oh yeah,
there's all these options, different workout programs, different food things,
contradicting each other everywhere.
And they contradict each other. They have strong salesmen on both sides where you hear both sides, you think, oh, then you start listening to it, you know. I bought exercise equipment and I never did use it. You know, I used it for starting off and then quickly faded off.
Yeah. That is one thing.
Paid for gym memberships, never used it.
Yeah, because you think if I pay, surely I'll go because I'm spending money on it, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Not for me, yeah.
There's one thing. I have not allowed myself to buy anything fitness related anymore because I was like, you know what? I've done this several times.
Yeah.
And I said this hasn't really changed my overall status of my health, really. You know,
Yeah.
that short little spurt, that's it. And so I've made a rule. It's like the stuff that I have, if I really was, crazy about getting healthy, I have more than enough.
Yeah.
If I didn't have any of it, I could still get healthy if I wanted to,
Yeah.
And so I don't buy anything else until I start getting healthier again.
There was this, my son and I love watching American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, they do obstacles. They run through and swing like monkeys and climb up stuff. And
Make you feel bad about yourself?
Yeah. So there's this like 60-year-old dude, and he's a Sunday school teacher, a deacon at a church and all this stuff, but he's like all jacked and everything. and they're like, what do you do? And he goes, I don't do any of that fancy stuff. He goes, I cut firewood for a living. He like lived in the hills of Kentucky, and it showed him in his house. And here's this 60-year-old, or early 60s, and he's just splitting firewood, stacking it, and running hay. And he goes, he's like, the good Lord gives you all the exercise equipment you need. It's called work. And that dude, he got like pretty far in that older. They were doing like an older crowd,
Right.
Ninja.
Yeah.
That dude was a bad dude.
Yeah.
And I've looked at that, and it is that way. If we really wanted to get fit, there's lots of things you can do. You can go for walks, you can go for runs, you can cut firewood, you can stack hay, you can rake leaves, you can,
Yeah.
you don't have to really consume that stuff, but we feel like we got to have that magic piece. Yeah.
It's a lot to do with us, obviously, but it's marketing every day.
Yeah.
That's what they tell you.
Yeah. It is crazy.
And so, it does infiltrate your mind a little bit.
Yeah. I wonder what foreigners think about America
Oh,
and our health.
right.
Because, are we starting to
I've
look
heard-
like a bunch of fat little piglets now that
Right.
like other countries like, oh, they all fat over there. We can invade them real easy.
We can take them. Yeah.
We can take 'em.
And that's an interesting subject. And I've often been perplexed by that, not necessarily just in weight or in health, but in a lot of stuff, because you'll have Americans tell you what other countries think of America, and it's just the worst, crappy. Like the view on America is horrible, and you're just like, I don't know if that's quite right.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we got a whole horde of people on the border right now trying to get in here.
Yeah, right. Yeah, or they'll make America just look like the worst, like we are the worst people, and I'm like, because we wear our shoes in our house, we're not the worst people in the world because the average American wears their shoes in their house.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious. I have a German friend, so maybe I can reach out to her and ask her, hey, what is like the true opinion of Americans, at least in Germany?
Yeah.
And
then even that could be pretty
bring that back
finite. On the that German friend might just have a certain
right.
It
Yeah.
might not be really as a whole. But it is funny though, like how America we are such a wealthy country that being overweight is such an easy thing to be.
Mm-hmm.
Not many years ago that was a difficult thing to be in America.
Yeah. It was a sign of wealth.
It was yeah.
Yeah.
So we've been blessed.
Yeah.
And I just don't want to take that blessing away.
Yeah.
But I got to,
Yeah.
So,
Out of love for our children.
yeah, I want to live a little longer. My life's been too much of a blessing that I don't want to leave too early. So get healthy and all that. But it takes a lot of work to be healthy. And it's easy to get confused, but it's something that everybody should strive for.
Yep.
Yep.
Best of luck all to y'all out there gearing up for
Yeah, because the time's
The season's
we're about to
coming.
be bombshelled with advertising everywhere to get healthy. And hang in there. Don't lose your wallet. And be careful on the lettuce.
Yeah.
Next time.
We're out.